So I am gonna try fix an area. Oh, I'm gonna go over. Hold on. There's something I might want to check. Uh, just be checking. So uh, decaf is here. Um, 6 out of 6. Silicon Valley. That uh. It's not any of those people. Maybe I'll wait a bit. I think it's a guest that's hosting the Silicon Valley thing. That's why it's 6. And if it kind of makes sense to do that rather than 10 like a normal account. But I'm gonna keep an eye on that, and if I don't know if someone wants me to help them get wins or something, then it'll just help me on the leaderboard or playing for time or something like that. Do I need this? I don't think I do. I could be a little bit more specific. Or should I put it in the description? It probably doesn't matter. Oh, this is really okay. Don't need that. I am gonna go over the changes I've made, committed, merged. In my attempt to fix, I haven't really tested it much. That's why there's a question mark at the end of the commit. But I completely redid. If I were to go to testing site edits, how we can SF. That worked though. Edits, snippets, edit. And if we find function, what do I do? Function normal. Let's see if this is updated code. This is not updated code. Is it actually not SF? It's okay. So I'm just gonna actually go through the files, I guess. I'm pretty sure it was fine. Edit snippets, edit line. SF. Send post request correct S to SF. Okay. How did that not work? This is old. There we go, that worked. So now I can edit snippets. Edit underscore default find function. I'm gonna go to the normal function. So what I completely redid is this case, this old white case. By completely redid is I deleted everything there and started. Actually, I didn't really need to delete this one. This one stay the same. But completely deleted a lot of the stuff ended up being the same. But I deleted it because I don't know. Nothing's working and I wanted a fresh start. And it seemed overly complex to get back into it, so I just tried restarting and then try my best as I was going through it to keep it as simple as possible. Just doing core functionality that would work and is like that doesn't have too many areas that mistakes could happen, while still fulfilling all the cases that I need to go one case at a time. So I started here, just one stuff at a time, and then after ending up with being able to paste in normal mode, it's pretty simple just to. I did this later. I started working on function visual. And, also at first I thought like stuff wasn't working because of this function. So, but then I realized it wasn't the function that was messing stuff up. But if we go to function visual, completely redid these two cases, y and p, for the visual function. And I know I had a more complex system in my head a while back. I think it might be in. Oh, it might be on dev. I didn't look at this. Of course. Yeah, paste multiline, temporary solution, add new lines to g.content, delete, insert with new lines. If multiplying, think about how S placement works. Insert test. I was kind of coming up with ways and different ways and complex ways of doing this particular case. But right now, well, when I was working on this stuff, I couldn't really remember how I wanted to do it. So the only thing I could think of in terms of like functionality that I wanted this case to do, is pretty simple. Just delete and paste the cursor. So I just delete selected, which is the function I'm gonna work on in a little bit, and then pasted. Basically, it's like normal mode paste. It's like the other case that I finished. It's literally copy pasted into this spot. And all this old stuff that was there is now deleted. And for this, after a few headaches with g.s placement instead of placements, missing a character basically, this is I think, a simpler solution than before, and I think this was causing problems without me knowing it. And now, also, I think it now works where you don't have to press O before copying the selection, and it doesn't randomly add in a new line halfway through, or delete some stuff. I think that was happening because you'll see on the old commit, um, there is an extra if statement trying to get rid of undefines. Here it is. If blah 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 string dot splice 0 to -9, uh -9, the is it undefined 9 characters long? I'm guessing it is. So it would just delete the undefined if it if the undefined was there. But I think, I don't know, some weird stuff was happening, and I think that was causing a problem. So I just have to, I'm pretty sure, just keep in mind that whenever I'm selecting stuff, just to go one character back so I don't have that problem. And now I could copy paste stuff, no matter how I'm selecting. So that's, I think, I haven't really tested it much. Well, I've committed and merged it because it looks good. So yeah, just I tried also like creating like a more complicated way of like, I don't know, with maybe while loops or something, but eventually I found this, which is actually not that far away from what I used to have, but it's just a little simpler, and it makes a little bit more sense. You just loop through all the, so again, S placement is an array of points with each point x of xy is a vertex. Does that count as a? I think of what a vector means is just holding information, right? But I know there's like a physics vector, right? Like, yeah, with magnitude. I don't know. But just uh, oh well, it's an array of objects, with, and each object defines x and y. Its x and y value, being a number. Um, so we loop through all those. And if one of the x and y values is at the end of, well, you could just kind of read this. So it looks at g.content. It finds the y value of, if I, it's g.content's y value is the s placements, the current s placements dot y, and then all of that length. And if that's equivalent to the thing, then it adds a new line. And basically, with this, you're able to tell when the line ends of your selection, and add a new line. So that way, if you're to do something, if you're to like, I don't know, go here, and then do something like this, because right now g.content doesn't have any new lines. You can still paste it in and it'll work. It knows where the new lines are, as opposed to just one long line. And of course it works within the editor, I think. So what we're going to be working on is function delete selected. the reason is if we do something like this, there's a whole ton of empty spaces when there should be no spaces here whatsoever. And this should be simple, so that way I don't have to stay out for hours. You just kind of like almost like if kind of like what I've done already. Oh well, let me go through this to see the differences between what I've added and what I haven't. So, what is this? For let test. Okay, hopefully I'm not missing anything. So, this is okay. Reset. Okay, 200. That's okay. So we're gonna. It doesn't really tell me the case, but I can kind of get an idea. Okay, this is the old. We're in function normal, and this is case P for paste. So the old code is this paste selection at a single. It was. I think there was some trickery done, but not that many cases were accounted for. Surprisingly, this accounts for a lot more, and is as probably as simple as I think, but also like no surprises. I think consistent where instead of trying to put stuff in as little lines as possible with clever trickiness, these two for loops are basically copy pasted, except with some values changed. This is -1. This is y. They all three for loops go backwards because they're pasting in. And then the else right here, I think just is a single line. Stuff like that. No, this line, single line. And I probably could use this right here. I use g.cl, which means current line. Right here, I use g.content, g.placement.y -1, which is the same thing as current line. I could have used this, but because I deleted everything and rewrote it, I forgot that this existed and I could do this. I might re-add that later, but I don't need it. If I'm ever like refactoring code and I could, for fun, I guess, and don't need to use the editor, then there's more important stuff to be done. We got. Oh, for this was kind of after seeing like current y variable not equals a bunch of if statements, a bunch of ways to do it, not indecision. And this thing that was probably messing up a lot of stuff. Kept it a whole lot simple, no variables needed, just a for loop and a check to add the new lines, and then that's it. Here also, I no idea. On this thing. Also, I think it's good that this multi-line gets turned into new line because I think this doesn't really, because there could be a single line in the multi-line, which makes it confusing. You see, I wrote a comma here. It might be single line or multi-line as well. So yeah, this is just better code. I think. Well, this is just incomplete code. I never got around to doing this. Just ideas and comments and stuff like that. Uh, but hopefully everything kind of works. I'm still gonna keep. If I were to go to my to-do list. Oops. Oh, that was kind of weird. I have. What is it? I still have. This might break. Okay, it didn't break. All this that I have selected is just the copy and pasting. I think all of this can be deleted and should work kind of technically. But I'm gonna keep it there. I'm gonna reset this. It's not blurry. Like delete words. That's cool, not necessary. I could go around that. I feel like all the copy and pasting should have worked. It didn't really take that long to redo everything, I guess. So, and I'm not really gonna test any of this stuff because I think I'm just gonna use my editor, and if I trying to do something and it doesn't work, then I'll know, and then I'll add it to the to-do list. But just in case I want to like go through that list of things to do, I'm gonna keep that there. So if I want to delete a word, like let's say I wanted to delete, I don't know, mount maybe. I don't think I could do that actually. I don't think I can. Okay, I deleted mount, or I could delete mount that way. Try to delete just one word if I wanted to delete a few words and keep the comment. There you go. You just have the comma here. Maybe like 2 characters. Instead of doing something like if I were to press DD, then deletes the line. So D and then the move right character would also could delete a word, but I don't want to. Also because okay, so it's just yeah, whatever. So interest. An a thing that I also have to keep in mind when working on this delete selected I might I think I have to make it so only if there's 2 lines do you delete extra empty lines, because the reason I say that is I think if I delete this line, I kind of want there to be that one empty line there, but if we delete that, I want there like So um, okay, so if there's one line, don't delete any empty lines, or if there's two lines, just delete the amount of empty lines minus one. So if there's five, delete four empty lines. I think that's the way I'm gonna do it. Now I just have to know how many lines I need to delete if I want to do it like attached to this or just delete it after. Um, I think let me take a look of see if I accidentally solved the solution already. Function. We go normal. Same code. And um, I think I got my tongue on my teeth. Ow. Ow. Not that bad. Uh, is this the case I'm looking for? I'm trying to think. if new line, dot placement. What am I looking for? Counting of the lines. So I think that's when I added new lines. I think so. I think I do have to go to function visual. So right here, if g.s please, so I did a for loop through it. If g.s placements I of x is equivalent to the end of the line. I guess I could do something here, or I could just increase a number in the back. Delete the lines at the end. The thing is, the difference between these two for loops is that this one goes backwards. But I think because this loops through the entirety of s placements.length, it would still work. Oh no, wait, it wouldn't, because this is checking the content.length of the current line, and that's changing, right? So this would basically, I think this runs every single time. What I could do is temporarily just to get a solution working temporarily, do a double for loop. Where we basically just loop through it just to count. See where the cursor ends up and then delete the empty lines after. And because we would probably need that y value, instead of just a normal count, we can make an array of objects just containing the object of maybe the last character, or just or an array of actual values. A very long variable name, but so this will be an array of the y values of those empty lines that we have to delete. So we're looping through. Yeah. Kinda isn't cool because this delete selected function is literally just a single for loop, which was probably really cool. Now it's a double for loop, and one of the for loops has an if statement inside, but it probably doesn't matter. Insignificant. So the code here can probably just be copied here. We could probably test out. pasting a bit. This looks like that's correct. And then we'd probably just add g.s placements of I.y. Can you just plus equals to an array? I think in Python is it dot append? I can't believe I forget stuff like this. Should it be -1? And then we're gonna do, I don't want this to run just yet till I know that this console.log works the way I want it to. Empty line locations. My keyboard's tilted. Horrible. Half my keyboard is tilted. So what I want to do is actually start from 1 here to basically grab the second line, and I don't think this breaks if there's only one line to delete, but that would be tested g dot s empty line. So the reason why I'm adding -1 here is so that way I could just delete line. I'm gonna look at some other code. Delete line, empty line locations. It's good. Not -1 because that's already done. What I'm gonna look for is I'm gonna find I think it's in function normal. But it's also an insert, I think. You didn't find it. There it is. So backspace here. When did these deletes an empty line? Concat. Maybe function normal x. We're looking for case X. Might be at the. There it is. Delete character. It's current line dot splice. If you splice in an empty array, does it actually get rid of the array? Okay, we'll try it. Oh no, G dot content. I guess we could just delete the line here. G dot content dot splice empty line location locations of I, and we'll delete. I think that works. Now we have to test out this console.log. How do we test this out? Nope. Not that much. Seven, 6, 7, 7, 8. Oh, it's dot push. It's dot push. It's dot push. It's dot push. You can't just. Okay, my bad. I just saw this up here. It's dot push. I think, right? I think so. Yeah. You just dot push. Oh boy. So we got 2, 3, 4. The 0 index, and I think this works. So this should work, I think. Let's try to delete that. Deleted one line. Wait a second, wait a second. So this is 3, 1, oops, dang it. Oh no. Dang it. Wait, I think I'm supposed to do something different here. I think I'm supposed to go backwards or something because you delete this line and then deleting the fourth doesn't make sense, but I think you delete the third. If you delete from the start, the content changes. I think this is just supposed to be backwards. Uh, we're gonna find function visual maybe, cause I think I did some stuff going backwards. Greater than or equal to 0. I think I'm gonna do greater than or equal to 1. I think. So we set I equal to empty lines locations dot length minus 1, and then I is greater than or equal to 1, and then we go backwards, and then this stays the same. Oh, that works perfectly now. Whoa, where's my cursor? Oh. It's because it moves, doesn't it? I could try putting it after, see what happens. I keep supposed to be Like that. Okay. Let's see. Um, so let me try deleting a whole ton of lines. Yeah, that works. Edit, arch install. I just don't want my cursor to like disappear. Huh. I think I'm just gonna have to deal with it. I mean, the cursor's in the right spot if I go out of visual mode. Oops. Ah. Whoa, I think that deleted a line that wasn't supposed to be deleted. Oh, no, that worked. My bad. Yeah, that's correct. Generally, I think it would be better if there was a check to see if if empty line locations is greater than 1. If it's greater than 1. Don't leave empty. I guess I could do that. Real quick, if so now if we go to if we just delete this line right here, there's still that empty space there. But if we go to delete 2 lines, that happens. if we, oops, copy paste 2 lines over another 2 lines, they get replaced. Whoa, I think that was slow. I think something slowed down that because I was able to see stuff change. But I'm just gonna, you know, it works. It's not that slow. It's a little bit scary. I think we're good though. I think we're okay. So I don't think we need a console log that anymore. Yep, simple. I'm pretty satisfied with that, I think. Just do a quick check. See who's here. France. Just a whole bunch, I guess. Okay. Just making sure. Okay, I think I'm okay. Okay. Stuff like visual line mode. I have to create a new function for that. It might be a little bit difficult. Just edit new file. Okay. Also, I think so. I guess I don't need to commit merge just for that little one function change. I still got stuff to do, and then I think I go to sleep. But in terms of the website and stuff, I think I'm satisfied, assuming everything's working correctly and there's no mistakes. I think with its current functionality, I could just start using it like I was about to. Uh, I don't really remember what I was working on. I think it had something to do with TK, I think. But I guess I'll figure it out. I like copy pasting marks. I could also maybe edit splice files and stuff like that. Um, okay. Yeah, I think next up is just better control the virtual machines. Uh, and then from there, it's it's better control the virtual machines. Then after that, it's something else. Then after that, it's the schedule. And after schedule, it's just smooth going from there. I could just, you know, I don't know, maybe actually practice art. When is the next Litem there? lham.com. It's a long time from now, but 79 days. 53. I could actually start preparing for Litem there 53. I have stuff to do, but like I'm sure by in 30 days I would have prepared a little bit. Fun. Okay, I think that's it. Can exit.